What's up? It's your boy Amateur Pro Home Chef Nathanael Levinson. Today we're making Crackle. Rolling. It's live. So to make this delicious dessert, you're just gonna need a couple of ingredients. You need saltine crackers, you need butter, brown sugar, and chocolate chips, or semi-sweet chocolate. That's it. This is basically a caramel chocolate dessert on a cracker. Super easy to make. It keeps in the fridge really well. So the first thing you wanna do is you're gonna get a sheet pan, and we're gonna lay out some parchment paper just to make cleanup much easier. If you don't have parchment paper, you can use nonstick spray, but I recommend you use parchment paper. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is gonna get our saltine crackers, and we're just gonna put a layer, a nice single layer of saltine crackers down on our sheet pan. So saltine crackers, not a whole lot of flavor, but good crunch, good salt content. So now that we've laid out our crackers, we're going to prepare our caramel. So let's put this aside for now. So in a saucepan, we're going to combine 1 cup of butter, which is 2 sticks, and 1 cup of dark, preferably brown sugar. Light brown sugar will work fine though, but not white sugar. Now remember, when we're measuring brown sugar, we need to pack it down slightly, not compact it, but brown sugar is kind of sticky, tends to stick to itself, so you always want to just slightly pack it whenever you're measuring out brown sugar. So we'll just kind of press it down gently. Put a little more on there. Gently press it down, and there you go, there's a cup. So a cup of brown sugar, and we're gonna heat this over medium heat. The butter will melt, and we'll start gonna make a caramel, and we wanna keep going until it's really foamy all the way through. So you're gonna wanna stir this with a spatula, not a metal spoon. Spatulas kind of get in the side, make sure everything's getting incorporated. That's what we're looking for. So we're going to turn the heat off. So now that our caramel is nice and cooked and is a uniform color, we are just going to uniformly distribute it over our saltines. Just kind of pour it over. And you can use your spatula, kind of spread that out just a little bit. You want to make sure you're coating all the saltines, get in all those cracks and crevices. Oh, that's okay if that happens, not a big deal, still gonna be delicious, but we fixed it, we got them, no problems. And obviously, since mine's a little slanted, I'm gonna have some thicker caramel parts and some thinner caramel parts, but that's okay, you know, little variation is nice. So now we're going to pop this into a 350-degree oven until the caramel really darkens in color. This part should take about 10 minutes. In the meantime, you want to gather your chocolate chips if you're using them, or in my case, since I'm just going to be using a bar of semi-sweet chocolate, I'm going to grate this into something that I can evenly distribute across the finished caramel product. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Got some nice, bubbly, dark caramel. It's looking great. Obviously, I could have gotten a little more on the edges, but you know what? It's gonna taste great regardless. So now, while it is still hot, we want to just sprinkle either our chocolate chips, or in this case, our chocolate shavings. Just generously sprinkle them over the caramel. They'll melt, and then once they melt a little bit, we're gonna come back and we're gonna spread them all around. I want more chocolate, so I'm gonna put more chocolate on there. So just leave that for a few minutes. All the chocolate will soften up, and then we take a spatula and we spread it evenly. Now that our chocolate chips are softened, we're gonna spread everything. We want just a nice, even layer of that luscious looking chocolate over our whole thing. Just be gentle since the caramel hasn't quite set yet, you don't want to move your crackers around too much. And again, don't worry about getting this too even, because the variation in thickness leads to more interesting bites, right? It doesn't all have to be super uniform. Spread it out, get it kind of coating everything. And now that we're done spreading our chocolate, now we're just gonna let it cool. Let it cool down until about room temperature, then you wanna put it in the fridge, and that'll let the chocolate firm up. All right, so now our crackle has cooled. Chocolate is hard to touch. So now all you do is just break it into pieces. Hi-ya! That was a clean, oh, look at that. So really you just wanna break this into whatever manageable pieces that you can. So as you can see, you've got the caramel has kind of saturated all through the cracker. You've got the saltine cracker, you got the chocolate on top, and it's all, still crispy, still crackly, and it's just a really nice combination of textures and flavors. It's one of my favorites desserts. It's just so easy to do. You got nice chewy caramel. The saltines are providing that salt and also that crunch from the cracker, and then there's this luxurious chocolate. And I do recommend you use a darker chocolate, semi-sweet or darker, because it really balances out the sweetness of the caramel. And it's just, fantastique. So until next time, I'm your boy, Amateur Pro Home Chef Nathanael Levinson. 4 out of the 5 dentists recommend you visit them after eating Crackle.